Hello everybody, Bill from the channel Canvassing Chords. Today I thought I'd bring you a little midweek update on the 00 blues guitar that I've been building. Hopefully you saw part one of the build series on this guitar. If not, I'll put a link to that right up here and you can go check that out and get caught up on the process of the decision making on how I came to want to build this and then the start of the build. So this guitar is virtually done at this point. I have a couple little things to finish up on. It is playable at this point. We're trying to do the intonation. And to that end, I have a little work I need to do on the nut up here. It's been a fun journey getting to this place, building it and playing it. However, it is still out of, I gotta put my hand over it because the strings start vibrating when I talk. We need to get the intonation correct, and by doing that, we got to get the string lengths correct. I've already intonated the nut. I do still need to intonate the bridge, or adjust the bridge so that my string length is correct. But today, this short video, we're going to just focus on the nut itself. So I'll show you a close-up here. The nut's already been intonated, and I'll show you what that looks like. The problem is, we built this out of real bone. This is a real bone nut. The one over here is plastic. But when I built it, everything is still pretty square. So when I move my hands up the neck, it's all sharp. So today what I want to do is just smooth this all up and make those raw edges go away. I need to roll over the front of this. I need to roll over the front of this so that it looks like this one over here. So that's this little short video today. I just want to make the nut so that it's shaped correctly and that it's easy to play, or so it doesn't cut into my hand. So the citation is sort of my guide here. I need to pull this nut out. So I have to pull the tension off these strings. So that first video that I put up, I did actually tell the story of how I came to want to build this. And I also showed the process of the top, what materials I used for the top, how I came to choose that material. So, okay. You can see this comes right out at this point. When we're done, we'll put a spot of glue in there just to keep it from moving. But we're not done yet. So this is my old citation. This is the guitar I've been playing a lot of my covers on. You can see how it rounds over. It's not only rounded over, but it's shaped to the neck. And then it's rounded over this edge, these edges here. This one is not. This one is just really square. So if you look here, you can see where we've cut away the nut. And that, again, helps adjust the string length to get the proper intonation. All right, so let's go ahead and see if we can't round this over and file it smooth. Now I need to roll this back. So I'm going to just draw somewhat of an imaginary line, and then using a hand plane, just going to take this away to that line. So if you've never filed bone before, it's sort of like sitting in the dentist chair and having him drill your teeth. Sort of has that same kind of odor. In fact, it smells exactly like it. All right, let's go check it out on the guitar. This is tapered, by the way. So the slot is tapered, and then this is tapered as well. So it'll only go in so far, and then it runs up against the end of the taper, and then becomes pretty solid in there. All right. So that's nicely rolled over. All right. Still a little bit right there. Right there on the two inside edges. The rest of that is nice and smooth. All right, let's do that next. So I got a little 320 sandpaper. All right, let's take it up to the studio, tune it up, and see how that feels on the hand. Not too bad. Still got a little work, but it's better than it was. So the point of the exercise was to be able to come up into the nut with my hand and not be cut by the sharp edges of the bone. think we've done that. It's going to take a while for these strings to stretch. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.